Hello everyone, welcome to LJ Spurs chat. Thought I'd give a quick review over yesterday before I go out for my Christmas meal. Feeling a bit better today. I think that everyone's gone bonkers. You've got fans arguing against fans, fans blaming fans, arguing if they're Levy in or they're Ange in or out, whatever. Oh, the world's, it's gone mental. Well, rewind to last week. I said Spurs will beat Man United 3-2. Nearly got that right. And I did say we'll get hammered by Liverpool. I thought 4-0. So, we weren't far off. I always thought it was going to be one bridge too far against Liverpool. Well-organised, drilled team, who seems to be the only consistent team this year at the moment in the Premier League. And I was dreading it. I was dreading it for the likes of Archie Gray and Spence, who was in a no-win situation. They're not going to be able to defend against a team like that. So they were the positives to me anyway, Gray and Spence. It's hard to criticise, isn't it, when they've got so many players out and playing in positions they shouldn't be. But I am getting a bit of deja vu, because I remember this time last season we had a load of injuries and we was all saying, oh, when we get our players back we'll be brilliant, we'll be up the top. It didn't turn out like that. So this time I'm not going to judge until we have got our players back, and if it doesn't improve with our players back, then I think Ange's got a problem. But at the moment I don't want to really say too much. But this fans thing's doing my nut right in. A big shout to old Johnny Bethnal Green, proper die-hard yid, right Johnny? Seem to talk a lot of sense. And he's a bit like me, it must be the old school ways, as these fans are just mental, mate. I did comment on your thing there, saying we live in a world where this generation seems to get everything they want and they get it now. And they actually think life is like that. Well, it ain't. They're all going to be fucked, mate, when they get to 18, 19, 20 and things start going wrong in life. They're going to have a clue what to do. But we are going through a rebuild, and that's something they can't understand. So half of me, I'll just keep switching, mate, to be honest with you. I don't know which way to go. 1 minute I'm Ange in, then I'm Ange out. But I was watching bits yesterday and I thought, I can see what he's trying to do. I can see it, but I just don't think if you can do it, that system in this league. Okay, we're not going to play Liverpool every week, and they have done well. They beat United, and if it wasn't for a few goalkeeping cock-ups, they would have probably won 4 or 5-0. They smashed Southampton 5-0. And considering all the injuries what they've got, they're doing all right. They're hanging on in there, which is all they can do. Ange needs backing in the window, 100%. Whether he will get back, we don't know, but Ange did say he wants experienced players in. So wait and see for that. The demonstrations are pathetic, aren't they? They're pathetic. As I said, it's not worth doing it at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because it's just a tourist place now. If you're going to demonstrate, lads, you're going to have to do it away from home. Do I agree with the protests? I ain't really bothered one way or the other, because sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. The grass is always greener. They're all right, he'll levy sales up. You're only going to get another businessman in who wants to earn money out of it. If you get a Saudi Arabian takeover, well, they can't spend loads and loads of money because of the FIFA Fair Play, which is what Newcastle have found out. So you're going to have to go through painful rebuilds like we're doing at the minute. Is our rebuild going to be successful? Don't know. I suppose you've got to try. I would give him to the end of the season, unless we end up like 15th, 16th, 17th. Just give him to the end of the season, back him, and just see what happens. Because what else are you going to do? Sack him, get someone else in. If you're going to sack him at the end. Give the new manager the summer window, a pre-season, and go from there. Because I think that is probably what might happen, isn't it? Because we're so open with the fullback areas. I feel like a parrot. The fullback areas, the ball's over the top, which was seen yesterday. I think maybe he should have played regular on the left back yesterday and Spencer at right back, because Porro looks absolutely knackered. Now people are slagging him off, saying he can't defend, he's rubbish. He's not rubbish. His defending improved last year. He's absolutely knackered. The midfield looks knackered. They get overrun in every game. So we just got to stick with it. And like Johnny Bethnal Green said, if you don't like it, fuck off and support someone else. You know, I don't like it. I didn't enjoy that yesterday. I was laughing at the telly at one stage, but I've been through the 90s, mate, when we were proper pony, worse than this. But you got to stick with your team. Hopefully, Ange's the right man, because as I said, you can tell me, not many teams score 3 against Liverpool. So you've got to try and take the positives out of it. There's not much else I can really say, really. There's no patience in the world, though. As I said at the start, there's no patience in the world anymore, is there? You've got to try and take the patience out of it. I mean, I do agree with what some say, and should tweak his tactics, like against Liverpool. But what are you going to do? Put Reguilon on, play 5 at the back. Then we'd have let in 3 goals, and then the people have said, well, why did he try with 5 at the back? You can't win. So what Ange's doing is sticking to his principles, rightly or wrongly. This is the way I play, so maybe give him time. You know, give him time to see if it works. But they do look knackered. I think the only way that Ange's system is going to work is if you get almost 2 teams. So, for example, when he does make his changes, Ange, he doesn't make a sub to change tactics or nothing, really, does he? What he does, he likes doing like for like, so the intensity, so his way of playing is going to carry on. Will he get back sufficiently to do that? I don't know. I really don't know, but it is fast becoming a squad game now, this Premier League, isn't it? With games every like 3 days, especially if you manage to stay in all the cup competitions. It's mental. It's for Europe as well. You do need two squads, 2 teams. Sorry. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and say that I do agree with you, Johnny, there. And Spurs fans, you just got to be patient. You can't really blame Ange until we get our players back. And if it's still as it is, then that's fair enough. My theory is that it won't work, because when I look at it carefully, when we beat like Man City and Villa and that, if you, like I've said before, re-watch those games, not the highlights, go back and watch it if you've got time, the full 90 minutes. We hammer the big teams, don't we, sometimes? But it's when they've come onto us, we have to go back 20 yards. Then after the game, people say, yeah, well, Ange's done good then, he snapped back 20 yards. And when, no, we were forced back 20 yards. And he really should see, if we do drop 10, 20 yards, with our attacking prowess, we are decent, but the eye line's killing us, mate. It's killing us. And unless you get another Mickey van der Ven, even when he comes back, we're still going to get done, aren't we? Yes, we move on to Forest away. And I actually think we might get something from there, because I don't think they're anything special. I just think the league is so topsy-turvy that, I mean, fair play to them, fair play to Nuno. You know, and then you get some fans saying we should have kept Nuno, look what he's doing. No, mate, I'm not even going to bother answering that. The league is so mental this season. Anyone puts a decent run of 10, 15 games unbeaten, I think they could have got a chance. But we just got to be patient, Spurs fans. Be patient, as I said. And if you're young, go back onto YouTube, like I said last time, and go and watch a few of the full season highlights of the 1990s. Then you'll see how far we have come. Okay, we're not as far as we want to be, but what choice we got at the minute? We just have to be a bit patient. And I think the end of the season is when people like me, or my generation, will probably have a solid Ange in or Ange out. Because I keep changing my mind every week, to be honest with you. And I've seen a lot of it before. I shouldn't really, but it's crazy, isn't it? Are we entertained? Yeah. Am I going to have a heart attack? Probably, yeah. It's mental to watch it. You sort of got to admire Ange a little bit. It reminds me of, speaking of the 90s, it reminds me a bit of Aussie Idealists, but we seem to win a bit more than we did under Aussie. I suppose someone will check the stats and say I'm wrong there, but Aussies, dear oh dear, you think the defence is bad now? Anyway, Spurs fans, just have a bit of patience. Give it a window. See how we get on. Stop arguing amongst each other, though. God, everyone's entitled to opinion. We're supposed to be a country of free speech, but it only seems to matter if it fits the narrative. If the free speech, what you come out with, don't fit the narrative, you're hammered, didn't you? Everyone's got an opinion. That's what football's all about. You ain't never going to get a perfect football game. Like Anne said, it's never perfect. We're all humans. So let's roll on to Boxing Day. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs win. I've not been too far off the last couple of times, so let's just see. Yeah, apart from that, have a good Christmas, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Take it easy. Come on, you Spurs.